Welcome to the English Mystic Podcast. I'm your host, English Mystic, Dragon Shaman, Spirit Whisperer, and Mr. Explorer of all things seen and unseen. You're tuning in to a very special series honouring the epic Dragon Thunder Summit 2025, a worldwide gathering of visionaries, dragon channels, energy workers and soul-shifting guides. The summit brought together 36 incredible speakers from across the world, each sharing their unique gifts, wisdom and connection with the dragon realms. In this podcast series, we're diving deep, one episode at a time, into the essence of each speaker, their transmission, their gifts, and all the healing and awakening and dragon connections they've brought forward. To explore more about each speaker or to access the full summit replays, visit www.dragonthunder2025.com. Now breathe deep, call in your dragons, and let's step through the portal together. Our next speaker is Theresa, and she's going to talk to us about the 5 pillars of dragon energy. She's a dragon channel and spiritual mentor. She guides us listeners through a powerful transmission from the Dragon Collective. She specialises in throat chakra healing and voice activation, and she helps individuals release deep-rooted fears, reclaim their voice, and align with their soul's truth. With a background as a registered nurse and featured in top media outlets, Theresa brings grounded compassion to her energetic work, helping others live with clarity, confidence and purpose in their spiritual awakening journey.
Hello everyone. My name is Theresa Nguyen. I am a dragon channel, a spiritual mentor, and a nurse by background. Welcome to Dragon Thunder Summit 2025, and I am thrilled to be here with you today. Thank you for those of you who are watching and enjoying the summit so far. I channel a group of high vibrational beings called the Dragon Collective. This is actually a name that I gave them myself, because from what I understand working with dragons, they actually don't love labels. And when I asked what they wanted to be called, they didn't offer anything up. So I had to ask if the Dragon Collective was an appropriate name, and they agreed to that. So that is the group of dragons. They are a group of 20 to 30, sometimes 50 or 60 dragons. It really depends on the audience and who I'm speaking to, what it is that they need, and how we're able to serve them with all of these different dragons. When it comes to dragons, I get so many questions. One of the big questions that I get is, are there different types of dragons and different ways that they can help you? And absolutely, yes. But they're not limited by those specific qualities, characteristics, or abilities, meaning all of the dragons can serve you in all of the ways. If you want to be in and the receiving energy of abundance and wealth. Yes, there are abundance dragons, but you can also call on the starseed dragons, the elemental dragons, the multi-dimensional dragons, the celestial dragons. Like all of those dragons can serve you in the same way. The only reason why they have been giving these labels or the abilities to do something is simply because we've given them that ability. Like we've assigned that to them. And so I just want to share from the start that there is no limit to what the dragon energies and the dragon entities can do for you. They're here to help and serve humanity in their healing and ascension. And basically, that is helping us to expand exponentially because we are not limited. Our souls are not limited. But living in being in this human dense body, it certainly feels that way. The dragons are here to help us remember, to help us activate these dormant ancient gifts. Like they're so ancient that there's no documentation, there's no resources. It's very hard to explain in human words what these dormant gifts do and where they're from. And I want to just share very briefly how I encountered my dragon team and the group of dragons that I work with. I'm Vietnamese by background, and so dragons are very much a part of our culture. But to me, they were mystical make believe. They weren't really real energies. And they're more like representation or symbols of strength and courage, reverence, respect, good luck, wisdom, very, very connected to ancestors. And along my journey of over 12 or 13 years as an energy healer, I've gone through, a lot of obstacles and healing and reconditioning and having to create new patterns of beliefs and thoughts and live by new values. I also see the world in a different perspective. But dragons were still sort of mysterious, and I was very skeptical. Even as an energy healer, as an energy worker, I didn't really believe in them. Through a series of plant medicine experiences, which at that time I didn't realize was dragon energy that was sort of introducing themselves to me. I then finally went to a retreat, a spiritual retreat, where I was part of the support team. And when one of the facilitators told me that we were having a sound bath the first night, I knew right away, like something was going to happen for me. I didn't know what it was going to be, what it was going to be like, what it's going to feel like. But I knew like immediately there was something that was going to happen. I was going to have some sort of activation. What happened was nothing I would have ever imagined. So I went into that sound bath thinking that it was going to be this beautiful, celestial, like, gentle, like light, expansive, sort of like, oh, this is so amazing kind of feeling. And it was the complete opposite. As soon as I walked into the yurt, my heart just started pounding outside of my chest, and I could not slow it down. I tried everything, but knowing that this was a sound bath and that it was an opportunity for me to be able to, help myself relax and maybe calm down the sympathetic nervous system that was triggering right now out of the blue. I didn't freak out as much. I laid down and I just trusted, that the sound bath was going to take care of everything. Well, the opposite happened. As soon as the sound bath facilitator started pounding on her drum, it's like this energy within my body began to grow. And it grew bigger and more intense and stronger. I couldn't hold it in my body any longer. Like I couldn't keep it in my body any longer. Like all these thoughts were going on in my head. Like, am I going to get possessed? Like what is happening to me? I don't understand this feeling. It's not familiar. Actually, it's really freaking me out. But at some point, my physical body couldn't continue to resist. Like I didn't have the strength, the physical strength to resist it anymore. So I had to just surrender to it. And as soon as I surrendered to it, I started making these sounds that came out of my mouth. things that I would never have done intentionally, like and all these interesting noises. And my body was convulsing, and there's this crazy electrical energy running up and down my body, like it was zooming up and down. I could not make sense of it. I was still in my body, of course, still in my head, but at the same time, kind of allowing things to happen. I was an observer, and yet there was still fear there. And yet a part of me felt like it was okay, but only because I knew I was in a safe space. My friend, one of the facilitators, came over right away as soon as she heard me and was holding me in this safe space. And she said, "It's okay, I'm here." And I knew, like, right then and there, I could allow myself to just completely surrender. 5 minutes into this experience, I opened my eyes and I saw dragons fly above me in the yurt. And I knew then that there were dragons in my body, because why else would my body be reacting that way? And at the same time, the dragons were channeling also to my friend, letting her know which chakras to open so that the dragons could come through my body, and which chakras to close as others left. And not only was this I would call it an activation. So it was an experience that I could not second guess. I was not on plant medicine. I was not on alcohol. There were no drugs involved. I was completely sober, awake, conscious, aware of everything that was happening within my body. And it was something I could not pretend didn't happen. The dragons really used my throat as a tool to clear and cleanse and balance and transmute and transform. I mean, there was so much going on. It would be hard to explain it all, even with words. But they would participate even in the sound bath. You know, they were harmonizing and using my vocal cords with this beautiful resonant vibrato. It was one of the most profound, intense, craziest, insane experiences of my life. And since then, I've been able to channel dragons as if I, speak English. It's very natural to me. So I don't necessarily have those same electrical feelings because they've calibrated, the dragons have already calibrated, within my body. It's like I can just spew out dragon channeling and then also speak English at the same time. So it's really interesting. It's something that I didn't immediately accept. It wasn't something that I embraced. It was, honestly, I was ashamed of it. It was different and it was scary. I mean, they were doing things with my tongue. I call it tongue dancing now, where my tongue moves very fast and it moves like almost like a serpent. Dragon energy has serpent energy as well. So that's why it comes out that way. But I learned that it is a way that the dragons not just transmit the energy, but they organize it. That is how they organize the data, they organize the energy, they organize the vibrations and the frequencies that come through in order to send out the transmission. And so I'm going to share some of that with you, and you keep your eyes open or closed, it doesn't matter. But before we even get there, I do want to share a few more things with you that I've learned over the last year about dragon energy, the dragon energy that I work with, and being able to explain it in more grounded terms for you. And the Dragon Collective, have named it the 5 pillars of dragon energy. And this is what I teach with my students in the Dragon Medicine Practitioner Program. All right, so the first pillar is the pillar of creation. This is life force, orgasmic energy. I mean, it is pure, it is untamed, it is this creative energy of the universe, it is the life force. And you can think of it kind of like Kundalini energy. It's sensual, it's primal, it's just like this energy of like deep desire. And it's not limited by sexual feelings or emotions or uprising. It's just like you have this energy that flows in your body, and you're like, F yes. F yes to life. You know, it's where energy is born. It is where you begin to feel really turned on by life and these new ideas and inspiration and purpose begins to reawaken in you. And this can happen like it just doesn't happen once, right? Like it's one of the pillars of dragon energy. So when you feel sort of like these emotions and these experiences, that is the energy of creation. I'm trying to simplify this and make it very brief so we can start moving through the session. So just know this is very high level right now, but there's much more to it. The second one is the energy of activation, and this is waking up what was dormant. It is turning on the light switches within your body, and maybe you have like 20 light switches that need to be turned on. And so the dragon energy might turn on a few, just to get it started. But there's some other things that need to be completed, some other things that you need to go through, some things that you need to experience, some teachers, some mentors that, maybe perhaps that you need to meet in order to help you build up the skill of another clear gift, for example. So, certain light switches are turned on, are activated for you to start to begin to step in, to begin to allow those gifts to turn on. Now, it could also be that it turns on right away. Like for me, that activation, I feel like a ton of light switches were turned on. It wasn't just one, because suddenly I had this skill, this ability to channel dragons. And it's not something that I trained for. Nobody taught me. It was just turned on. Not to say that it's not like one day I woke up and I was spiritual. Obviously, this has been a journey, but no one taught me how to channel dragons. It was just something that was activated within me. So that is one of the things that, like, I'm seeing a lot of activations, especially in my programs and in the events that I hold. People are turning on, like their dragon is being introduced to them, or these dragon gifts are being activated within them without ever really even feeling like they're connected to dragons, which is super interesting. The third one is transformation. So this isn't necessarily like from the caterpillar to the butterfly. This is like from the caterpillar to the chrysalis. This is where the change begins. So, we all go through what we call the dark night of the soul. And that seems to be sort of like the transition of transformation period. It's very messy, right? It's unclear, but it's a very powerful, powerful time in our spiritual awakening. I feel like we go through multiple of these dark night of the soul sort of awakenings. But this is where are the things that we don't realize need to change. This is where it happens. It's all about letting go of what you're not anymore, so that you can step into the truth of who you really are. It's letting go of the outdated beliefs and identities and allowing these patterns to fall away. Obviously, this isn't just like, one snap of a finger. This happens over time. But when you're working with dragon energy, I really feel like it accelerates this process. I've seen it. I've seen it with my students. It's extremely accelerated. Now, the fourth pillar is transmutation, and this is alchemizing. It's alchemizing the old into, like trauma into empowerment. So it's where you meet your pain and your fear and the darkness, and you turn it into the light and strength and wisdom. It's the point where you don't fear your past. You don't have to escape your past. You alchemize it, and there's almost like a emotional charge that dissolves, and it turns it into your trauma into medicine. So it think of like ashes becoming fertile soil, and think of you no longer feeling like your past has this power over you, but you now reflecting and honoring and acknowledging that what happened was actually empowering you into who you are today. You've accepted what happened. You accepted that you can't change the past, but you've also accepted that there is something that you can do to help yourself, because you're no longer that victim. You're no longer that person who has feel disempowered, but you're now this person who sees themselves as sacred and dissolving this dense energy or this wounded energy into this beautiful raw essence of love. And then the last pillar is transfiguration. This is you embodying your sacred self. It is the rebirth. It is the full embodiment of your soul and your body. And you just like radiate this energy from your presence. It's like you just knowing who you are, and you're somebody who feels like you are embodying your true essence. And you've come to a point where it's just like you've accepted everything that you are and why you're here, and you're very clear about your mission and your purpose and how you want to serve people. That is transfiguration. It's almost like a shift, a shape shifting. I call it shape shifting, although I know some people use that term differently. But transfiguration to me is like you have changed shape. You're no longer becoming, you just are. So those are the 5 pillars of dragon energy. Very briefly, and those are the ways that the Dragon Collective has explained to me the different ways that it can help. Sometimes it's like there's an order to it. Sometimes there's no order, meaning you don't have to have experienced all 5 pillars. Maybe you just experience 1 or 2 or 3, and they're all in different order. Maybe transfiguration is first. Maybe transmutation is second. There's no rules, and there's no, protocols. There's no recipe to it. So, but these are just concepts and things that I wanted to introduce to you to just give your logical brain something to ponder, something to think about, maybe something to ground it with when you think about dragon energy. All right. So the next thing I'm going to share is this is a transmission of dragon energy. Dragon, you call it dragon light language, dragon light language. It's really all the same. And you'll see my tongue move. And again, as a reminder, it is just the way the dragons organize information. I can hop in and out as I choose, meaning I'm not possessed, I'm not taken over. I'm fully awake and conscious as I'm doing this, but it is a sacred transmission of healing and activation. So that will be the purpose. It'll be a light code activation, and it will be helping you to receive and stay open so that the dragon energy can turn on those light switches that are meant to be activated today. Again, they may not be all, there may be some, or maybe it's just one light switch that turns everything on. And if you are kind of at this stage where you feel like something's been activated in you and you're working with this energy and you know it is of pure love and you know it is of the highest vibration of love and frequency, because that is what dragon energy is. Of course, there's always, different scales to it, meaning there's low and high vibrational frequencies with every energy. Know that the frequencies that you work with, if it makes you feel expansive, if it makes you feel excited, if it makes you feel love, if it makes you, if it allows you your sovereignty and your free will, that is the highest frequency. If it is an energy that tells you you have to do something, that you must do this, you must do that, it has to be now, it has to be, that I just see as a frequency that doesn't serve you, because no energy should tell you that you have to do something. It is your own free will. So just remember that. All right. So all you have to do is just stay open, keep your heart open, fill your entire body with light from head to toe, expand it out as far as you can, and just stay real present within your body. Notice what you're feeling, where you're feeling it. You might feel some warmth in the belly. You might feel something at your tailbone. You might feel something in your throat. You might feel even something between your shoulder blades. So just stay open to the transmission. Okay. And here we go. Whoops. One thing to change. Here we go. Này ete kreia kuala lalai tret kututu. Sakrai kakai tret. Kuala lalai. Yes, we are the Dragon Collective, here to help humanity in their healing and ascension. Greetings, dear ones, dear friends, dear dragons, light workers, healers, teachers, way showers, guides, students, explorers of spirituality and beyond. We are the Dragon Collective. We are here to bring you messages of guidance, peace, love, compassion, wisdom, and love and joy, and maybe some laughter as well. As we are not so serious, you see. There is love and joy and humor in this space and this journey of healing that you all are on. And while you are on this healing journey, know that it does not have to be always you healing this and healing that. At some point, you must show up as yourself, imperfect and all, because as you know, there is no perfect. It is just an illusion, just a conditioning that you have been given as a child before then through generations. And so we ask that you tap into the ancient energies that have not been wounded, have not been traumatized, have not been disillusioned. If you think about the generations, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, those years where, again, as Channel has mentioned, it has not been documented. There is no proof. There is no data. You must look beyond the logical and tap into the spiritual, the cosmic, the etheric, the expansiveness, because time as you see it as today does not exist. And so we measure We ask you to measure it as thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, just so that you can quantify at some point, at one point in the timeline, there was no healing that was required. And that is because beings lived in freedom. They lived in prosperity. They lived in with the ability to just be who they are. Speak how they want. Eat what they want. Wear what they want, if anything. Believe. And they all lived in harmony. Nobody persecuted. Nobody judged. Everyone just accepted. They just accepted it for what it was. And it was all okay because there was no power powering over this person, powering over that person. There was no jealousy. Oh, I want their gift. I want her ability, because they realized that the power that they held within themselves was unique in who they were. It was an anomaly. It was an enigma. It was very, very, very special, just as you all are. So we are asking you to pause for a moment and think about the gifts that you have right now. Is it a gift whom you perhaps try to, we will use the word imitate, not in a negative way, but more to help you understand what power are you holding right now? Is it yours, or is it somebody else's whom you learned it for and whom you never infused your own unique light, your unique codes, your unique frequencies into, and made it your own, Yes, we need mentors, we need guides, we need teachers to show. But at some point, you cannot do the same as the teacher, because then you become that teacher. You become, your power gets leached into this teacher. Is that what you want? No, that is not what you want. You want to bring all of your power, all of your light, all of your frequencies within yourself, and you expand and you share your unique DNA, codes and light and sparks and flakes and particles. That is you. And so that is where you can access it through the ancient gifts. That is what we would like to bring forward to you all. The ancient dormant codes that you each have as healers, light workers, way showers, guides, teachers, mentors. And you must show up with those gifts. You don't hide. How does that serve humanity? You are here because you want to help. You are here because your heart is big and beautiful and bold and full of love. Where shall you direct that? You shall direct that in your closet, in the darkness, by yourself. You shall collect it just within this one single room and not allow anyone to see, to feel, to experience this magic, this unique love, this unique gift and power that you hold within you. Do not be scared or frightened of your own power and abilities, because it is who you are. Your soul, remember, is unlimited. And through being unlimited, it is not going to be comfortable. It's not going to be held in a box, in a closet. There has to be this openness, this acceptance, this love for yourself so much that you know and you trust that these gifts are important for yourself and for others. The collective is just waiting. It is waiting for you to wake up, to allow those thoughts and those beliefs that have never served you to be changed, to be transmuted, to be transformed, to be created, to be transfigured, shaped into the highest frequency of your divine essence. Do you understand? We are here to remind you of the possibilities, the limitless, the unlimited, and that is who you are. You are not here to simply just be in fear and always thinking about the past and the wounds. You are here to experience love. Love of yourself first and foremost. And through that love, you begin to see the gifts that you hold. And within those gifts, you see that it is powerful and incredible and a necessity to help others. So it is your choice, your choice to keep it silent and secret, imprisoned, or it is your choice to open it up, to free this power, to free this beautiful creation of love, to allow others to receive. And by receiving, they will share their gifts as well. You must be the role models. You are the leaders. You are the ones to help humanity, to help the earth, to help shift this consciousness from chaos to love. We see you, we honor you, we love you, and we leave you with this message. We are complete, and we bid you goodbye. So that was the Dragon Collective. I actually didn't tell you they were coming in, but they decided that we're going to come in after the light language transmission. I did not want to pause, so we went right into it. And that is a form of channeling. It's called trance channeling, where I surrender my body and allow the frequencies of the Dragon Collective to come forth and use my vessel as a transmission of it's pure transmission of guidance and love and healing. So as they're speaking, they're not just speaking words, they're speaking frequencies. So you're receiving healing at the same time as you're hearing the message that they have shared. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am so excited that you're here learning about dragons, connecting with dragons, coming together to work with the dragons. And you can find me if you have more questions about anything that I have shared. You can find me at TheresaNguyen.com. That's my first name, my last name, followed by the word speaks, SPEAKS.com. I'm Theresa Nguyen Speaks on all the social media platforms, so I can make it pretty easy for you. I offer monthly dragon healings and also signature programs on helping you to open up your throat chakra for healers and light workers so that you can be seen and heard and take up space in the world, step into these dormant gifts and shine your light and help as many people as possible, as well as teaching healers and light workers how to work with dragon energy and really stepping into the frequencies of dragon energy, what that means, how that feels, embodying it. And again, the purpose is really just to help humanity in their healing and ascension. The free gift I have for you is a dragon sound journey. It is layered with dragon light language, my beautiful and sacred bowls and instruments, other sounds, natural sounds from nature and from the earth. And it takes you into a journey where it resets your nervous system, but it also creates brain entrainment where it's like multiple brainwave states are triggered at the same time so that you can be in more of I'll call it a trance-like state, a trance-like state so that you allow yourself almost permission to be able to experience and receive the healing frequencies of abundance, of attraction, of wealth, of all of the good things that you want to bring into your life. So that is my gift for you. Enjoy. Thank you again for your time and attention, and I hope to see you soon. Bye, everybody.
Thank you for journeying with us today on the English Mystic Podcast, Dragon Thunder Summit 2025 edition. This is just one voice, one frequency in a greater dragon symphony, each echoing across the earth right now. If you felt the stir in your heart, if you heard a whisper from your dragon allies, then the work is beginning. Be sure to explore all 36 epic speakers and their transmissions by heading over to the website www.dragonthunder2025.com, where the portal is open. Until next time, walk boldly with your dragons, speak your truth like fire, and may your path be guided by the ancient winds. Stay mystical, stay wild, stay dragon aligned. This is the English Mystic. See you next time.
In the realm where spirits dance, where dragons soar with fiery glance, a song of power, strength untold, for human hearts, for young and old. Wings that span the starry night, scales that gleam with ancient light. Dragons rise, guardians bold, tales of healing, tales untold. Almighty ones, wise and grand, protectors of this sacred land. With breath of fire, a timeless art, they heal and mend each wounded heart. Through shadows deep and forests wide, they guide us with a noble stride. In the dance of life, a sacred chance to heed the call of dragon trance. Scale by scale, a shield they weave. In the moonlit night, their magic breathe. Whispers of protection, strong and true. In the realm where dreams come true. So gather round, O kin of earth. Let the dragon's melody give birth to healing streams and fiery light as we journey through the shaman's night. Oh, dragons, ancient and divine, your friendship like the stars will shine in the tapestry of life. A song we weave with spirits, dragons, hearts, believe.